So hello my Beatles friends! Welcome back to another great video on my channel. Today in this video I'm gonna show you how I got the clock. I have the original Now and Then clock. And I have it. And it's one of the most beautiful items in my collection it's gonna be. And in this video I'm gonna tell you the story how this one came to be. So a couple of days ago, like a week ago it was, I was sitting on my couch and I was looking at this image and I said, wow, what a nice image. And all of a sudden the announcement came that Olivia Harrison made a video, and there is a little backstory how George Harrison bought this clock. And she said for some reason it attracted his attention, so he took it off and bought it, and then he built some kind of a Russian dacha in his garden, and then it sat for 25 years, and then Paul McCartney called, and that was a sign that George gives his okay for the Now and Then. And this clock, that's why this clock appears on the back of the cover. And I decided I want to have this clock. I really like it. And I decided to build it. This clock I built myself from all the items that I could find. And in this video I'm gonna show you the process, how I was filming when I created the first part, which is the hardest part of creating this whole frame. Because populating it with the glue, it's not a problem. So the little introduction is gonna be a video made with my phone and some with the camera. And the first of all, what I wanna point out is that I really have to thank the author who created that, Chris Giffin, because he used 1, 2, 3 rulers, but it's in inches, and he gave us the concrete dimensions of what we're looking for. So what I did, I measured in inches the bottom length, this top length, the roof kind of thing, and those aside. So I knew exactly in inches what are the dimensions of that thing. So it's 27 centimeters long here, 11 centimeters in the bottom. I have to trim that, but I like it this way, so I think I want to keep it this way. And the length of the top one is 14.5. The base of a triangle. Now, we don't have the height of the triangle, but if you measure it with a normal ruler, you can know the ratio of the normal ruler and the inches on the picture, and then you can measure the height here of a triangle and multiply it by the ratio, so you know exactly the height of the triangle in inches. Well, it's not complicated arithmetic, I don't want to get into that. But long story short is that we have the entire dimensions: 11, 27, 14.5 and 7.5, the height of the triangle. So I went to a you know, kind of Walmart kind of thing, everything for the house, and so I bought this thin piece of you know, wood. This is kind of wood that's used in the furniture as a back as a rear panel, you know. It's very strong, by the way. It's very firm. And then I started to look for this exact metallic whole plate. And I just randomly put it in Google, a metallic whole plate. And what I see that in the same store, they sell the whole pages of exactly the same thing. I mean, there are different types, so I bought this one. So I have two main things already. Now, the next thing that I had to do is paint the roof. Thanks my wife, she has a lot of colors, so I just put it here something and just paint it with my finger. That's it. Now this old key, when I lived in another town in South Germany, I had a key of the basement, and the landlord said we have to make the key on our own because she didn't have a spare one, but she said, I'm not gonna pay you for it, you take it with you. So that key laid in my bedroom for 6 years with no purpose. And now it has a purpose, you know? So I glued it here. And then I bought this centimeter here, this ruler, so I broke it in pieces and I just glued it. All right? The latest part, the most difficult part, was to find these sides here and this tobacco tin box from Edgeworth. I wanted the original. The one that we have on the clock is a little bit smaller. Now this one is a bit wider, so I had to widen this plate as well. But this is already something that you will be doing if someone of you wants to build it, that you will be doing already, on the spot. You cannot plan these things like that. Then I bought this in a toy shop for, I don't know, a couple of cents, and these letters I printed and glued on the cardboard. These two buttons I ripped it from my wife's coat. Just kidding. No, I didn't. And this picture I printed, and this is the frame from the slide machine. Simple as that. And the domino, there's a game called Domino, so you just take one of them. Now the entire box is useless because one is here. And the most difficult part here is to put actually the clock, because this is very thick and the clock that holds the arrows is very short. So I gotta find a solution. But at the moment it's going to be this decorative thing. So here is the footage how I'm actually preparing this clock. See you later. So according to the measurements that we have here on the rulers, thanks to the author who used rulers, I can measure the length of the rectangle, I can measure the length of the triangle base and the height. So I measured everything in inches, and then I transferred everything to the centimeters. And here are my results. So which means that in reality the length of the item is 27 centimeters, the bottom width is 11 centimeters, the basis of a triangle is 14.6 centimeters, and the height of the triangle is 7.5 centimeters. So we have already the base, and I have drawn everything on a white piece of wood, and now I'm gonna have to cut it, and then I will paint the top in red. So the dirty work still going on is the hardest part. So here's the phase number 2. This is the metallic whole plate that fits perfectly to the rectangular. So I cut it the same size, which is 27 to 11, and I'm gonna glue it over there. So the phase 1 is done. Then I'm gonna be cutting it out. So that's how it's gonna look like after I finish cutting. So hard part's over. Phase 1 is finished. The hard parts is the cutting and measuring. So the next thing I do, I glue the metallic plate to the wood. And then I'm gonna glue these centimeters. Then I'm gonna color the top. And then second part. So I'm putting that to dry overnight. See you next part. So the next stage of the work is in process. We have a red roof, and I do have a brown key. Two other parts are also finished. This is the 1 centimeter, and this is the other centimeter. So far I'm ready. So now I'm adding the nails. I'm almost done. So the nails are finished. I do have a key, and I have the bottom centimeter already glued. Now I have to glue this one and then the key. And the rest, the part 3, is coming here in the center. Then I'm gonna drill a hole here and make a clock. It's gonna be a real working clock.
So everything is dry. This is also dry. I couldn't get the numbers correctly as it was on the original 53, 54 because the connection happens only on 20s and even numbers. So there is no possibility to make it 50. So I decided to make it 20. And also I wanted to put 24 in the middle for the clock, but then I gave up on this idea. So I put the nails as a color, then I put the key, and I made this wrap here, but it's glued firmly. This is glued as well, and this is also glued. So pretty much the basic job is done. Now I'm waiting for another meter to glue here, the black one, and then I will start working on the center, in the clock and the numbers and the buttons I already have, the picture I already have. So it's gonna take me another day to finish the job. Then the most difficult part is to drill the hole here and to put the clock from behind and hang it, but I'm gonna manage it somehow.
Well, that's it, my friends. I have the arrows. The minor technical thing is to drill the hole, but it's minor thing. It's gonna be hanging on my wall. This clock is identical to the one on the Beatles cover, and I really hope that Olivia Harrison will see my video, will see how much effort I put into this thing, and she will appreciate that video because it's one of a kind. Thanks to Mr. Harrison for buying this. Today is 1st of December, 2 days after his passing anniversary, so I'd like to dedicate it to George, to his memory, to his music, to his legacy. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you in my next video. Bye bye.